I'm so red because I am having a hot flash, y'all. It's not your computer monitor and it's not my camera. It's an actual hot flash. So I was meditating ahead of time on some of the questions that were submitted by our users to dearsiddiqui@gmail.com. You can submit your question and I will use my intuition to tell you the truth, the answer as your friend. And this has been really helpful for a lot of my clients when I do these channeled readings for them, these intuitive downloads. It's been really helpful at answering some questions. And so I thought, why not be of service and open it up to a greater population of people, kind of like a Dear Abby or Agony Aunt, wherever you are in the world. So my invitation to you is to submit a question. If you want it anonymous, no problem. There's a lot of people that want it anonymous. Just make up a name or a funny phrase and tell us where you are from geographically, because we do get questions from all over the world, which I love. And feel free to ask a question or to pass this along to your friend. And as long as you're here, will you please subscribe to the channel below and or join me, connect with me on whatever platform you're seeing this on. We stream this several times a week, and I would love to have your eyes on this. I would love for you to share this. If this is helpful, please share this. You did not end up here today by accident. You ended up here because you were called to watch this. You were attracted to watch this. There was something about this. There's something in this for you. And although these are general readings, they are meant to cover a wide swath of questions of what is going on in the collective right now, in the consciousness. And I am simply here to help you tune into the most beneficial frequencies, energies, environments, people, places, things, in order for you to evolve your consciousness, in order for you to trust yourself more deeply that you do have the answers. So if something I say feels obvious, hallelujah, it should feel obvious. It's just a lot of this is channeled common sense. Nevertheless, it is oftentimes to consult someone outside of ourselves for reassurance that we are making the right decisions. Hence, this show is my gift to you. Now, the attorneys tell me that I have to make the following statement at the beginning of every episode. So here it is. This is my caveat. You are here of your own free will. All the information that is given today is given to you freely without any strings attached. And this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If ever you have a question that you are not sure of, please, please, please consult a professional before you make any moves on any of the information that's given here. But it is, again, a general reading. I do individual readings. I do VIP sessions. But for right now, you're here. There's going to be some information in here for you today. So I'm going to start with the general overall message. We are in the beginning part of 2023, the beginning of the year, and we're still early days on this whole year. And it is a time of discernment. You're not over looking back, looking forward, deciding what you want to do. If you haven't done a vision board, it's never too late. But we're here to reevaluate and recalibrate with the truth of who we are so that we can make decisions from that place of being aligned with our truth. You know, the word Siddiqi, the name Siddiqi, is the friend that tells the truth. So I'm here to help you recalibrate, to help you reevaluate, to get a more refined level of discernment of what is right for you moving forward. And my hope for you, friend, is that you can observe the cycles of life and not suffer the changes as you go through these challenges, that you don't have to suffer. You know, pain is necessary, suffering is optional, because this is really this time of discernment. Now, if I'm looking here, it's because I meditated ahead of this and I wrote some notes because I was like, oh my God, this is really good stuff. Note to self. A lot of why I do this and why I share this with you is because these are messages that I get when I sit and I ask my higher self for guidance. These are the messages that come through for me. And they tend to be very, what I call functional woo, functional woo, very practical, intuitive insights. And so my gift to you is to share them with you. If you tune in to one of my episodes from last year, it was about my predictions for 2023. And you heard me say that this is the year, 2023 is the year of no, no, thank you. Now, I bet when you heard that, you assumed that you were going to be the one saying no. I'm here to tell you, early days, 2023, you are going to be hearing a lot of no. Shock and awe. Oh my God. Yep, that's the bad news and the good news. So let me break it down how it might feel like bad news, but it's not really bad news. So you're going to be hearing a lot of no. This is especially true for those of you that are in any kind of sales positions, those of you that are in HR, maybe in leadership, definitely entrepreneurs who are out there selling your wares to the world. You're going to be hearing a lot of, I can't commit to this right now. I've got too much going on my plate. This isn't the right time. This sounds great, but I'm going to pass for now. All those are versions of no, right? Please, 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 please remember that the no is not personal. They are not personally rejecting you. They're not saying no, never. They're saying no, not right now. It's not a fit. And I'm here to tell you that it is not personal. I know it feels deeply personal when you're really invested in offering something to someone and they say no. You can't help but have it feel personal. Trust me when I say it's not personal. And the suffering comes in when you make meaning out of the no, when you take it personally and you make it mean something. So here's my practice for you this week. Can you pause every time you notice yourself editorializing in your head, like, oh my God, they said no, it means I'm a piece of you know what? It means that this is all for nothing. And before you throw in the towel, notice, just pull back, take a deep breath, and notice that it is your interpretation that is causing yourself suffering. Them saying no is about them. It is not about you. No matter how much you feel it's a rejection, it is not about you. So remain open to people changing their mind. Remain open to it. I'll give you a couple of examples, real life examples. I've been at this for a long time, and people will often say, yes, I want to do it, like a soul portrait. One of my signature products where I'm kick-ass photographer, give you an intuitive reading, you get the soul portrait. People are enthralled by it. They see the before and afters. They're like, yes, I want it. And then they change their mind. And oftentimes, because I'm really convinced that the soul portrait is the solution for people, I will go back into the conversation and re-navigate and renegotiate the no into okay, yes. Now, that is not me trusting that everything happens for my highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. Because in fact, when I've done that, it has always backfired. It has always meant the person isn't satisfied with the outcome. They want a refund. They're angry. I end up feeling awful about myself and my services. And I ask myself, what's it all for? I suck, blah, blah, blah. And it's this whole cycle of ugliness that makes me want to quit. How do you save yourself from that? When someone says no, let it be a no and say thank you, because you know what? They've just spared you. They've told you that they're not going to be satisfied. They've told you that it's not time. They've told you that they've got too much going on to pay attention to your program, to your offering, to your proposal at work. They've told you that. They've told you that they can't commit to it. Believe them, especially in the first part of 2023. Please believe them. You will save yourself so much suffering. Do not renegotiate a no in this first quarter. Just stop. Don't do it. Just when someone says no, say thank you, because you have been spared. So really, this is a time to practice a level of detachment, egoic attachment to outcomes. Maybe you set your numbers at, I want to make a certain amount in the first quarter and it's not going well. please trust that that is for your highest good, that the universe, that the powers that be, God, however you call, whatever you call out to for help, you're not being let down. You just need to practice detachment from that energy of disappointment so that you can see the deeper opportunity in the no. That's right. You heard it here. The deeper opportunity in the no. And this is not about convincing anybody of anything. It's about an opportunity for you to get more clarity and really get into alignment with the truth of who you are, what you're here to do, what you came on this planet, what is your purpose here, what is your mission. It could be to be a mother, it could be to be a father, it could be to be a partner, it could be, to be a loving daughter, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Get into the truth of who you are and focus more on what is your truth, what is the right thing for you to be offering right now, what is alignment for you, and allowing other people to do the same. And so when they say no, trust that it is not in their highest good to move forward and say yes. So the practice of the week that I'm going to give you right at the beginning so that you don't miss it is celebrate and appreciate the no's. Go, whew, I have been saved. And say thank you. When someone says no, you say thank you. It's time to make space for something even greater. And when you're rallying against that no, when you're trying to counteract it or convince, you are not in acceptance, my friend. And I want you to practice adopting the mantra, no really means yes to something better. So imagine dominoes. And there's a missing domino, and did you ever watch V for Vendetta? The whole flow of dominoes. And if there's a missing domino, the flow stops. So how do you know that the no your client is saying to you now, or your potential client, or the no on the dating site leaves room for the person that is going to say yes? And if you slot in a no, it stops the whole flow. But if you leave the spot empty and say, thank you for leaving that spot empty, I'm saving it for the right person at the right time, then you will be saying, oh, no really means yes to something better. Please make that your mantra. You will have a lot less suffering this week. Okay. Moving on to our friends that have asked questions. Again, write your question to Dear Siddiqi, that's SIDDIQI @gmail.com. I'm happy to answer them. You can submit them anonymously. So the first one is, Dear Siddiqi, I've been working really hard my entire adult life at a job job. And it's clear to me that I'm never going to get rich working like a regular muggle. I love that, Harry Potter, you're a muggle. I've been watching a lot of videos on the law of attraction and abundance. Good for you. And I've been trying to figure out a way to get rich. This is great. Can you use your intuitive superpowers to help me get rich? That is from Rebecca in Sydney, Australia. Can I use my intuitive superpowers to help you get rich? Rebecca, dear Rebecca, if you're living in Sydney, Australia, you are already rich. You are already better off than the majority of the planet. Now, sweet Rebecca, there's really two questions here. One is my job as a muggle, and the other is using the law of attraction and abundance to figure out a way to get rich. Here's a question for you. What does rich mean? Does rich mean you win the lottery? If it means you win the lottery, then you got to be in it to win it. And so go buy the lottery tickets. That's how you get rich. If getting rich means having a rich life, start looking around you and taking note of the richness of your relationships, of the beautiful environment that you're in, of the beautiful clothes you wear, and start cultivating a sense of appreciation. Anyone that tells you that there is a get rich scheme is BSing you, because there is really no quick, fast path to richness, money in the bank. And if there is, statistically, the people that have won the lottery have a very high rate of bankruptcy, of losing all of it, of spending all of it. Why? Because they weren't in the mindset of rich. We need to separate out rich from wealth. Rich is money, wealth is a mindset. And so if you are already starting to listen to law of attraction and abundance, then you're really looking for a wealthy mindset, which leads to money in the bank. I can attest to this. So many years ago, actually not that many years ago, I was a struggling artist, photographer. I was maybe making $25,000 a year. I had a lot of life circumstances, and I took a job at a gym as a fitness instructor, just as like to bring the bottom up from the suffering so that I could make my very, very, very basic bills every month. I got a job. I got a job. It wasn't my soul's mission and purpose in life. It wasn't the be all end all, but it was close enough and it was good enough to help me make ends meet and to help me get out of that desperation, that suffering that you have when you're in a job that you feel is not fulfilling, and when you simultaneously need to make money. So if you have a job job, I always say this in my coaching, in my consulting with people, keep the job. And then we're adding on that base level, we're adding on the passion, we're adding on the purpose, we're adding on the mission. And at some point, those two come together, they coalesce, and you're moving all feet, all energy forward in that magical direction of your dreams, of your purpose. And you're not buying into the notion that there's easy schemes to get rich fast. You're letting go of that. And instead, you're looking at the wealth that you have in your life. Sometimes on these episodes, I give out some resources. And Rebecca, I'll tell you that you're already in the backyard of my number one go-to abundance guru, and that is Julie Cairns. She has a book and a movie called The Abundance Code. The Abundance Code is available on Amazon, and I'm referring you as a free resource. Julie has helped me in so many ways step into an abundance mindset. And I'm happy to say that as a result of being under her tutelage and her mentorship and all of the magic that she brings, that here I am several years later, making multiple six figures. And it took a lot of hard work, but it was awesome. And I loved it. And I'm still doing it. And so I want to say, how do I get rich? You keep going. You keep going and you get mentorship. You get people that can help your beliefs and your behaviors get in line with your true heart's desires. And that is truly what I want for you. And Rebecca, I want you to know that I don't know you. I don't know you intimately, but I know that you are wealthy. From what I know of you, I know that you are wealthy. You have so many talents. You have so many skills that the world needs right now. Wealth and even money is a result of I am giving to you of my talents so that I can receive. And what do you receive? You receive money. And what does money lead to? It leads to living out your purpose, your passion, and receiving that abundance. Rebecca, I hope that helped. So the next one, it's a theme here this week, is around money as well. So dear Siddiqi, thank you for your show. It's great information. Yay, round of applause for the show. I'm so glad you like it. I really appreciate your intuitive perspective and have my own question for you. Okay, I'm rolling up my sleeves. I'm ready to go. I've been an attorney for 30 years. Impressive. I'm really good at what I do, and my calendar is booked with top paying clients. Hallelujah, amen. Good for you. I appreciate that I've always had an accomplished career, but now I'm just getting bored, and yet I'm not ready to retire. Okay, I cannot wait till I see what happens next. I've been practicing tarot readings. This is interesting. And gifting them to my friends. And in parentheses, my friends say that they're really, really good. And I've quickly discovered that giving readings is my passion, and I just want to do it all the time. So the question is, how do I start to make money at my passion without my regular clients finding out about it? Because surely they would judge me and it would jeopardize my standing in the community. And this is from anonymous attorney in Maryland, US. Say that really fast 3 times. Anonymous attorney, anonymous attorney. So again, I'm so pink today. I'm having a hot flash, but never mind. So anonymous attorney, how do I start making money at my passion without my regular clients finding out about this? Wouldn't you know, I run into this all the time. I run into highly accomplished professionals that are at the forefront of their careers. They have fought to be there. They have gotten there, and then they have found that they have this little sprinkling of magic or woo, and they're really pulled to doing it. They feel really passionately about it, and they want to ditch, just like Rebecca said, they want to ditch their muggle job and do their passion. Although I think it's a little different. I think that if you're 30 years in and you're a really highly accomplished attorney, that is not a muggle job. That was my interpretation. That is you really living out your purpose and your mission. And now you have discovered this other thing that brings you joy. Amazing. Good for you. I want to substitute out the word tarot reading for passion, because it really doesn't matter what it is. It could be knitting. It could be crocheting. I remember once I had a banking client. She was really high level officer at a bank, and she got into making these little tea cozies for teapots, and she started an Etsy store, and she was really bored in her position, and she wasn't moving up fast enough. And so she quit and she started this Etsy thing, and she was so excited about it. And then she was used to making a lot of money. She was used to making a lot of money, as I'm sure my anonymous attorney is. And so here's the truth, my friend. If you are already making money, enough money to sustain yourself, why, oh, why do you have to worry about monetizing your passion? If you are already making, don't quit your day job, people. Don't quit your day job. It doesn't have to be either or. It can be this and. Now there is a place where I have doctors, I have attorneys, I have bankers, I have high-level consultants, I have C-level executives that come to me for consulting, and they are absolutely not going to be like, I'm consulting a psychic. They may say, I'm getting help on my intuition to make better decisions more effectively, more efficiently. Great. But they're not going to go wave their freak flag and say, I'm going to this alternative source. Likewise, my anonymous attorney, can you separate church and state? Can you just keep going as an attorney and have this side fun thing that you don't need to monetize? Because the minute you turn it into a business, there's taxes, there's legal stuff, as you know. There's this whole plethora of issues that come up when you try to make your passion a business. And if you don't have to, don't. You heard it here. If you don't have to make money at your passion, don't. Keep going until you've built up enough of your passion that it's really clear that you actually can sustain yourself in the lifestyle you are accustomed with this alternative thing that you're doing. I hope that makes sense. I love that you're doing both things. I have another attorney friend, another former client that read angel cards, and she just, there was no way in hell she could bring her intuitive angel card reading side to her very, prestigious clients. But I say, let's sneak the vegetables in the pizza. If you want kids to eat vegetables, you have to sneak it in. Let's sneak it in. Let's start integrating and getting some functional woo happening. How can you take this spirit of the passion of those cards and bring it in lightheartedly without trying to convince someone of the convince anyone of anything. And I love the fact that you're giving it freely to friends, to family. They're enjoying it. You're getting a lot of affirmation. Super important when you go into offering your like true passion or a new passion to the world. Super important to just get some momentum of offering it before you have to put a price tag to it. And by all means, get some testimonials out of these people that have been enjoying this gift that you've been offering them. Anonymous attorney, I hope that helped. And I hope for all of you that tuned in today that this episode was really helpful. Again, please subscribe to the channel that you're on or connect with me on whatever platform you're on. If this was helpful, please, please, please share it. Invite your friends. Pass it on. This is really practical intuition. This is really functional woo. This is me really helping to guide you forward into 2023 so that we can do it different. People, we can do it different together. And I would love for you to share this with your friends. It would bring my heart joy. That's my request to you. Please share this. Please like this. Please subscribe. And please tune in for the next episode of Dear Siddiqi. And by all means, submit your questions to dearsiddiqi@gmail.com. I love you so much. I'm your friend. I'm here to help you out. And I'm so glad you tuned in today.